Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Yeah, Lay Ill Kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, man. It's NERDSoul Gaming, y'all. Look, I ain't gonna waste y'all time because we up in here with an illustrious guest. I give to you, all right? This young brother been doing it up. That's right. Open mind. What's up?
What's up, NERDSoul family? What's up, gaming community? And happy New Year to y'all. 2025 is kicking off to a very rough start.
It's rough, but we gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? We all, you know what I'm saying? We always make it. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head to the sky, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. So we got some news to talk about. This is something that you and I have talked about a few times, but it's coming up again. I think it's interesting now because now there's more and more, kind of a journalistic push towards this. But Legendary Drops a few days ago made a video entitled "The Gaming Industry Has Lost Their Collective Mind."
Yeah, crazy title, man.
Yeah, the title is interesting. So I'm gonna go on and basically break down the video. The video says like, hey, these not only developers but journalists are saying that development costs are higher, wages are higher, stuff like that, and we need to charge more for video games because video games haven't really grown with the rate of inflation, and these games need to cost no more anyway because all of the research and development that goes into it and all of the voice acting and everything and all the stuff, so it needs to cost more. And you know who needs to pay for that extra cost? You, the consumer. That's right. We want the games to not be $70 no more. We want these games to be $100, and they're basically, or somewhere in the realm of $100. And they're basing this off of the idea that GTA 6 may or even should charge upwards of $100 for the base game. And I'm not talking about the super ultra, ultra magnetic edition and all that. No, just the regular old game should be $100. So he, goes through a whole bunch of articles and stuff. So we're going to do this as if you've either seen or heard these articles or you've talked about it on Twitter or whatever. So we're going to go from here. I'm not going to run down all the articles in front of you. We're just going to say, hey, the gaming industry, a lot of publishers are saying we want to charge more for the games, and the journalists seem to be backing them up on it. So I'm going to throw it to Open Mind. Should games cost more than $70? Should
No.
we be looking at $100 games?
We shouldn't be looking at $70 game.
Thank you. But continue. My bad. I ain't want to go ahead.
Let me, because I had a couple of things I wanted to touch on this. There's two sides to this. Okay, so, and I'll go ahead and speak for the gaming developers. All right, everybody wants to make money, and then you have your people who invest into these gaming companies to create the game, and the rush to pay back those investors their money plays 60 to 70% of the role in why a game is so expensive in the first place. Whatever it is, if it's a fighting game, a shooting game, an RPG, what have you, right? Open world like Grand Theft Auto. The people the people that you're never gonna see, names are never gonna be mentioned. They're not even in the credits. But they're the ones who put up the money to get these games built, to give you the visual effects that you want, the graphical output that you want, the art that you want, or a lot of the licenses that need to be gotten for certain songs in these games and certain likenesses, these actors, these actresses, not the voice actors. Talk about their likenesses, their facial, like
you got Van Damme or Arnold Schwarzenegger in the game.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Mortal Kombat, for example. To use their likeness, a lot of these celebrities up the ante. They charge out the crap like they want.
Letting them be for free.
Right. So with that said, a lot of that investment money goes towards that specifically. Before we even start pulling and tugging on the 3D render with the mouse and those software that they use to create the game, they're using Arnold Schwarzenegger's face, Van Damme's face, Snoop Dogg's face, and they want their money. These actors want to get paid, or these celebrities want to get paid. So the investors who invest that money, millions, billions, however, I ain't gonna say billions, probably millions or hundreds of millions. That money goes towards paying these name brand celebrities. Then the rest of the money goes towards development, the graphics, the designs, and all the hours and man hours that are put in, the salaries that got to be paid to design these games. So and this is just, like I said, on the developer side, why I'm not saying I agree. I'm just giving an explanation as to why a game costs 70, 100, 80, whatever it is, the exorbitant price is. I'm just explaining to the gaming community, those of us who just mash buttons and just want to make content, why does a game cost so much? Because they have to pay back the investment that was made for the game in the first place. Now, with that said, here's my second point. Now I'm going to go against everything I just said. I'm still a gamer, and I'm still saying that's not my problem, because I didn't ask you to give me Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't ask you to give me Van Damme. I didn't ask you to give me Snoop Dogg. I didn't ask you to give me right. So you decided in the room, in the round table that y'all are in, with the chalkboard or with the whiteboard or with the
they got the whiteboard, their little no cars on it,
with your little stick pointing towards the graph. Y'all decided that, hey, you know what? We'll sell more copies if we put Snoop Dogg in there. We put Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. We put whoever in there, right? You decided, without asking us, polling us, surveying us, presenting to us your idea before you even started. Hey, would you guys play this game if we put Arnold Schwarzenegger in there and make him Conan? Like, we didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, and we're like, all right, I guess we'll take it, but you know what I'm saying? Nobody is buying Mortal Kombat to be Conan the Barbarian.
Nobody bought Mortal Kombat once, and hoping and waiting a whole year and a half so that they can play with Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan sword. Nobody did. No, they don't care, right? Yes, we're aware. And then for Conan the Barbarian, the Arnold Schwarzenegger's version, that's early 90s, right? That's for like the 30 and 40-year-old game.
Or like even like the 80s. Conan was like in the 80s, right?
80s, late 80s. So a lot of the people in 2025 and beyond no one care about the Conan the Barbarian movie. They don't care about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And no shade against Arnold Schwarzenegger. We love Arnold Schwarzenegger. What we're saying is nobody asked for the voice actor that you gave me. Like if you put Blade in a game and you get Wesley Snipes to do the voiceover, we didn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, like it'd be dope, but we already bought the game. We weren't buying the game hoping that Blade would be in there.
There are indie developers out there who have a team of, say, 10 people, 6 people, 5 people, 8 people. Just those guys or girls, or guys and girls. It's just them at home on their laptops or in some hole-in-the-wall office somewhere that they've made into a makeshift studio, and they're building a game, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. And they're charging us $25, $30.
Thank you. And also, the games are actually fun. Like, do you remember what the game was for? So they can have fun?
Oh, they have fun, yeah.
It's like, or did y'all publishers forget that? Did y'all forget that we're supposed to be having fun?
They don't care. It's not that they forgot. They don't care about your fun. Here's my example. They don't care about you having fun because they allow these PC modders to mod their game and cheat online to win. And nobody agrees that that's fun. But it sells copies, right? A PC modding cheater who can download the game on their PC and go in there and manipulate the game and mod it and go online and have an unfair advantage against everybody else who's playing on console that can't mod their game. Hey, that's a copy I sold to that PC gamer. They don't care. They made that $60, $70, $100. So that's why I say they don't care about your fun. They care about selling copies. Because a cheater is also purchasing a copy of the game.
a modder is also purchasing a copy of the game. In order to mod Tekken, Street Fighter, or whatever game, Fortnite, whatever game you're modding on your PC, because only PC can do it. That you go in there, manipulate the files, change the code, and now you have a different version of the game. And beat us up because you got the souped up character. You still have to purchase the game to do that. And that's all they care about is selling copies. They don't care about you having fun. They care about selling copies, passing the money.
Now, something that also comes up in these arguments from the publisher side is this inflation argument. There's this inflation argument saying, hey, inflation has gone up, like the cost of, rice and beans and homes and cars and all that. Everything's gone up, right? So these games should go up too. You know what I'm saying? And they say that and forget that we're not stupid. Here's the problem with the inflation argument. Back in the day, when you bought a game, you just bought the game. That was it. So like when Street Fighter 2 came out on Super Nintendo or Genesis or whatever, you just bought that and that was it. But that's not what happens now. And they know that. And when Street Fighter 6 came out, you bought Street Fighter 6 and then you bought the suit and you bought the skins and then you bought this. Then you paid for the season 2 and the season 8 and the season 10 and then the extra hair color. So the idea of, well, a game, the only thing we make off the game is this initial purchase price is highly disingenuous to even start with. Because they know that between DLC and the kind of pay to win schemes and loot boxes and all the little bells and whistles, and also saying, well, this is the ultimate edition with the music and the pictures, and so they know that this argument is flawed because games make way more past their inception date than they ever have. Ever.
Yeah. And here's why. There's an answer. There's a reason for that. This is not my opinion. This is just what it is. Mm-hmm. It takes a while, even if you have commercials and ads, it takes a while for the game to get around to everybody seeing the game, right? Mm-hmm. I don't care how much money you spent on promo. I don't care how much money you spend on ads. I don't care how much you shove it down people's faces that this trailer for this new game is out. Everybody's not going to see the trailer. Everybody's not going to see the ad, and everybody's not going to see the commercial. It takes a while for the circulation for the game in question to sell. Just because you put the game out and it's released on such and such date doesn't mean that everybody who wants to play it can afford to buy it. You drop your game during a week where people's rent is due. For example, right? Let's just say somebody's late on their rent and they face an eviction, or they got to pay a light bill, or their groceries. The cabinets are empty. They done ate up all their groceries. They got to go to the grocery store. They got to pick between buying groceries and buying your video game. The gas tank is empty. They got a flat tire. They having car problems, decent car repairs. Everybody's living their lives, right? And we'll get your game when we get around to it. But it's about adult responsibility. The kids that, hey, mom, I want the new such. I want Grand Theft Auto 6, but it costs $100, son or daughter. Yeah, I want it now. It's out. Everybody's got it but me. No, it doesn't matter.
And everybody doesn't have it, little guy.
We don't have it, and
because you ain't got it.
The available funds the day you drop your game. And it's and you're not my parent gaming company. You're my mom or dad that say, well, you had plenty of time to prepare. It's not stupid. I don't want to hear that because you're not my parent. You can't tell me how to live my life, gaming developer. Okay? I can't buy your game on the day of release because I have other responsibilities with my money. We're all living off of fixed income. We're living from check to check, or we got a little bit of money in the bank. But the little bit of money in the bank is for emergency funds.
Yeah,
it's
and
not
don't
your video game.
Yeah, and don't believe these fake financial gurus online talking about you need to have 6 months to a year of emergency funds.
Nobody wants that.
But I want anyone that is listening to this, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. The amount of people that have 6 months to a year of emergency funds is well below probably 2 to 1% in this country. Don't nobody imagine getting no dough for 6 months and being able to cover all your bills. I'm telling you, hustle Twitter, entrepreneur IG, they're lying to you. All right? They're lying to you.
They out of money. Nobody helping you.
Yeah, they hustling you to get you to buy a course. So rolling with what you said about the about the $100 to the son or daughter, Legendary Drops makes a statement about $100 being kind of this cultural touchstone where a product starts to become a luxury tier item. Whenever you take this joint to $100 to 3 digits, and I remember there being a meme on Facebook I saw where it said it had the price tag. It was like $72.99, and it had a black dude. He was like, "That's $100," because to us we like, nah, bruh. Once you break that, that's $100. That's $100, yeah. And $100 is where you have to start thinking about whether I want this luxury item. Now, the reason I brought up the luxury item thing is because the publishers out here are saying, well, people are spending more money. The GDP is going up. But the GDP is a very macro look at the economy. Yes, people are spending more money because of inflation. But people are not spending more money on luxury. They're not spending more money on restaurants, movie tickets, vacations, buying homes, or buying cars.
Right.
They're trying to keep up and just stay afloat. So this idea that, oh, well, the GDP is up, so people got money. It's like, no. People is stressed. And I know that American society wants you to believe that there's way more rich people than there really are. But there's not. We are living in a debt economy. Shoot, America runs in a deficit. The government, America ain't got no money, and I'm supposed to have it.
America itself is in debt. As the so-called air quote rich, wealthy nation that we live in, we operate out of debt.
Thank you. So this
government is in debt.
This idea that there's all these rich people walking around, it's a falsehood. And I just need y'all to stop believing that mess, because they're thinking, oh, we make $100 a game, this is going to work out. And I'm like, no, that's going to make it a luxury item and y'all are going to sell less. And furthermore, I would say that the creation or the step to $100 will increase the scrutiny that you already have. Here's why. Let me ask you, open mind. If you pay something for $2, do you put the same bar or metric of quality on something that you would pay, say, $22 for?
No.
All right.
Because
so when you
the quality is in the product that you're purchasing, whether it's $20 or $2. You can get a quality product for $2 and you can get a low quality product for $20. It all depends on the product that you're purchasing.
Yep. So if you think that gamers be mad now, go ahead and release that unfinished game for $120.
And let me.
They be about to burn y'all building down.
Let me take that ball right there that you said and run with it. Here's another reason why we don't want to give you $100, $70 to $100 for your game upon initial release, day one release, because 95% of the time,
I know. I'm gonna push it to 98%. Because there's nothing is 100%, but I'm gonna push it to 98% of the time. The game is unfinished. You gotta patch it. You gotta fix the bugs. Something's wrong with the game when it first comes out, and it's not worth the $70 to $100. Because, like I said at the top of the show, you're charging me this exorbitant amount because you're trying to pay back your investors because you had to pay Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because you had to pay. What's the girl name that did the voice for the bat character on Mortal Kombat 1? What's her name? She was a Transformer. She played in the first Transformers. And
Megan Good.
Whatever.
Fox.
No, not Megan Good. Megan Fox. Okay. Yeah. You had to pay
Excuse me, Megan Good. I apologize, girl.
Yeah, not Megan Good. You had to give Megan Fox blank $1,000 for voicing the bat character, the Batgirl character, the Bat Lady character in Mortal Kombat 1. You had to pay Jean-Claude Van Damme. Y'all didn't get his voice, y'all just got his face, because that's somebody else's voice voicing Jean-Claude Van Damme for Mortal Kombat 1 with Johnny Cage's skin. It's just a skin, right? Now here it is. I don't even own Mortal Kombat 1. I'm just using this for example, because I don't want to play Mortal Kombat 1. Last Mortal Kombat I played was 11. But just using Mortal Kombat 1 for an example, because there are many, many other examples. Jean-Claude Van Damme's likeness is just a skin, because the original Johnny Cage skin doesn't look like Jean-Claude Van Damme. It looks like Johnny Cage. Okay? Yep. So you're telling me that you're justifying to me that I need to give, because mind you, Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken 8, and Street Fighter 6 both had deluxe edition for $100. A lot of us forgot about that. Nobody talks about it, but the base version copy of Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat, and Tekken were $70, but the deluxe edition season pass, blah blah blah, was $120 last year and the year before last. We've already been paying $100 for games, but it's the deluxe edition for the season pass, and then the season pass doesn't even come with everything. You still got a microtransaction buy stuff even after purchasing the season pass for $100. Because y'all decided.
Here's looking at you, Street Fighter.
Y'all decided that, hey, we've got this skin. The skin itself doesn't make you a better player. You just got the skin on your screen. Hey, I got Jean-Claude Van Damme skin on Johnny Cage, bro, and you're still getting beat up. Okay, you're still losing these fights. So Jean-Claude Van Damme's skin and Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness as Conan the Barbarian or Sylvester Stallone as Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11 doesn't make you a better player. You just can say, hey, I got Rambo, I got Jean-Claude Van Damme. And this isn't the developers. This is the companies, the owners, right?
Yep.
I'm not beating up on the devs. All the devs do is design the characters and the moves. The devs don't make these decisions. The owners and the investors make these decisions. Listen, we didn't ask y'all for the majority of the stuff that y'all giving us, as far as skins, as far as extra content that you gave us that we didn't ask for. The things that we're asking you for,
you ain't getting.
We're on Twitter, we're on Twitch, we're on YouTube, we're on the social media platforms that y'all frequent to see what we're doing. We're telling you why this game is trash. You know how we say that? That's the phrase. That is a very normal phrase in the FGC. This game is trash for whatever reason that they're saying it. And they're giving you a reason. This game is trash because fill in the blank. Listen to them. They're telling you what they want in the game. They're not asking you for Jean-Claude Van Damme. They're not asking you for Arnold Schwarzenegger's likeness. They're asking you to fix the hitbox, fix the brokenness of this character, fix this the laggy online janky internet that you're giving us. You say it's rollback, but it's really delayed base netcode disguised as rollback, because there's so many people lagging online in 2024, 2025. They got the high speed internet. They got the fiber, the AT&T fiber, the Comcast, whatever you got, wherever city, state you live in, or whatever company is offering your high speed. You got the internet. I hate Wi-Fi players, but Wi-Fi should speed faster than it is in this right now, current era of technology that we live in. I shouldn't be so prejudiced towards Wi-Fi people, but it's not their fault either. They got what they can afford or what their home setup allows them to do, because nobody wants to run a cord all the way from upstairs to downstairs to plug into the modem just to have a fast internet connection to satisfy a person like me. So
since can't nobody afford a house, I can't put holes in these walls to run a cable from the internet that's 1 or 2 rooms away to my PC or to my PlayStation.
You didn't design your apartment. You can't help that the internet connection is on the other side of your room versus where your TV is. Whatever your situation is, you do not have to set your home up just to satisfy your online opponents. Even I'm going to say that, and I'm the person who shuns Wi-Fi warriors. What I'm saying is, we're asking you, the gaming company, we're telling you, we're griping to you what it is we want or dislike in said game. What are we complaining about? Watch our video, read our post, whatever, watch the Twitch stream, however you come across the information of the critique that you're getting. We're telling you what we want, and you're not giving us that, and you're giving us stuff we did not ask for, and then you're charging us. That's the problem. Y'all are disconnected from the community that you're selling to.
And before I get to the next point, I want to say, I know it seems like we beating up on big games, so I'm gonna talk about a smaller game. Power Rangers Reader's Rewind. If you listen to my podcast about Reader's Rewind earlier, where I was with Coop and I play a lot of beat 'em up games. We were super hype about this game. When this game came out, it wasn't ready, and the whole community talked about it. Now, due to that, I nor Coop bought the game. Therefore, he nor I, plus other people, cannot make content for this game. Now, since then, about 2 or 3 weeks into the release, those problems were fixed. But by then, guess what? The damage was done. I'm not interested in playing that game at all now.
Right.
I'm on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested. So now that's, $20, $30, however much that game could have gotten, but did not get, because they released a game that was not finished. Mm-hmm. And especially in a world where Marvel Rivals is free, where 2XKO is going to be coming out, it's going to be free. You can't do this.
By the way, when is 2XKO coming out? I forgot. It's coming out this year, but when?
I don't know. Maybe like fall or something. I'm not sure, but I know it's going to be free. They've already said it's going to be free. So
it's going to be free to play.
So free to play. There's going to be stuff you can buy and like little bells and whistles, but to install it, it's going to be free. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You can get in there and grind out and get wins and all that stuff, and it's going to be free. So it's going to be hard for these publishers to justify a $100 price tag, regardless of what GTA 6 does. Also, okay, you know what? I'm going to drop that and get on this point real quick of trustworthiness. Mm-hmm. Brands build trustworthiness. And there is a trustworthiness with GTA that does not exist with these other games. You hear GTA, you're like, oh, okay, I know what it is. I got a good idea of what's going on. It's going to be like I'm in a movie, and it's going to be, I can go everywhere and pick up things and talk to people and shoot people and run from the cops and, be part of the gang or the mob or whatever. It's going to be like I'm living in the life. Yeah. I got an idea about it. It plays well. It's fun. I can make memes from it, or I can play it straight through, or I can just run around and do dumb stuff. I know what I can do in GTA 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, whatever, all that stuff, right? And mm-hmm. They've built up that brand trustworthiness. Just like, say something like Taylor Swift. All right. I don't know any of her music, right? I don't know it. But I know she has a trustworthiness in her brand where her fans, if she dropping an album, they kind of know the level of quality they probably gonna get from her. Perfect example, when you see that Marvel title come up on the screen, you know, okay, I'm gonna get a certain level of quality in this movie because I know how their movies look. I know the production quality. There's a trustworthiness that's been you can't just do this on any old game. Going to talk about you going to charge $100.
Right.
You can't. Not with. I mean, look at these games that were supposed to be big. You got Suicide Squad. That was bunk. Then what about the other DC game that did the Batman Knights or the
Batman Arkham Asylum?
No, not Arkham Asylum. There's a newer Batman game where you can only play as the Bat family, like Batgirl, Robin, Red Hood. Oh man,
Arkham Knights, Batman Arkham Knights.
All right, Arkham Knights. So that game that made no waves. Look at the new Star Wars game. These are big names. These aren't little things, and like nobody really cared.
Nobody cared.
Star Wars. They ain't got money. You think Batman ain't got money? Well, I mean Batman. You know what
because
I mean.
They put more emphasis. They put more emphasis on visual than gameplay, and they spent too much money paying the celebrities to be the voiceovers or the likeness, the visual likeness of that person. There's nothing wrong with giving us what you sit in your lab designing. It's like you give us these custom created character games anyway. We can custom design our character and make it look like our own faces and give it clothes and stuff. You're giving us those certain games that let us do that anyway. So there's nothing wrong with you guys just designing a generic face female, generic face male, whether it's a Marvel game, DC game, or just a brand new game of its kind. You can do that, gaming developers. We're not asking you to put Arnold Schwarzenegger in a video game. And I'm just using Arnold Schwarzenegger as an example.
I mean, it's not that I don't like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I mean, nobody is buying Street Fighter wanting to have, I don't know, pick any, fighting game action star in there.
That's why I say Arnold Schwarzenegger, because Conan just came out, so it's like Conan the Barbarian. But it's any game. We're not asking you for the celebrity whose movies we love watching, or the rapper whose music we like listening to put him or her in the game so we can run around as them. Just make a dope game.
Especially when you're talking about
dope game.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm around to the finish line with this one, where you said just make a dope game.
Just make a dope game.
This is going to end up, if y'all want to do this, this is going to end up pushing the consumer to the indie side and also to the free to play side. If I was an indie creator, I'd be like, yeah, please raise the price.
Yeah, this takes time to find.
Because they're going to come and get my $20 game all day. And
it's fun to play.
Look, okay, I play Disney Speedstorm. It's free. It's fun. I love playing that game. Marvel Rivals. It's free. My son really kind of like runs around in it. I'm not gonna let him play online because I know how y'all do online. Y'all degenerates, right? But
very degenerate online.
he still runs around, plays it. It's free. Like the other games that I've bought, they're like $20, maybe $30. You want to know why? I just finished playing Sonic Mania. Matter of fact, I'll put some Sonic Mania up on the screen for the day just for fun. But Sonic Mania, I think was like $20 when I got it. So
it's free for me.
Like it's complete. It's fun. It's Sonic Mania may be one of my favorite Sonic games because it takes all of my favorite Sonic games as kind of remixes them, and you still get that pixel love. But anyway, with that said, these games are fun and they're nowhere near $100. And you come out with your $100 game or your $70 game right now, and I'm not having fun, or I don't have time to play it and I feel like I wasted my money. Case in point, I bought the Ultimate Edition for Dragon Ball Fighters. I love that game. It's a beautiful game. It is perfect in any way to me as someone who loves Dragon Ball. I didn't really have no one to play it with. And then I ended up buying other games and didn't have time to play that game. So that's technically wasted money. Same thing for Street Fighter 6. Now I played 5 a lot, but 6, it came out around the time that I moved. I didn't really play a lot, and I bought like the Ultimate Edition. That's wasted money. Now, who knows? A year from now, I might end up playing it like every day, but that's wasted money. So other people are probably looking at their library of games, and they're like, I got all these games, but I don't even play them. Guess what game I'm playing? I'm playing Lego Marvel Superheroes with my son. That's what I'm playing. Right. And guess what? I got that on a humble bundle deal where I got all the Lego games for like $30. It was something like $19, and I got like 19 Lego games. But guess what? Not a one of them costed $100. And me and my son have a fun time going through these little puzzles.
They need to take the Walmart approach, right? And not that I'm praising Walmart by no means. I'm just saying that you sell things at a low price and you approach it from a volume standpoint, right? Mm-hmm. You're gonna make your money back. Let's not use Walmart. Bad example. Let's use Frank Lucas for the movie American Gangster. All right?
Because the same thing.
I hate to use the dope reference, but I'd rather just use Frank Lucas in Walmart.
You'd rather use drugs than Walmart?
I would rather use Frank Lucas. That's how bad Walmart is. And I would rather use Frank Lucas.
You know what? Walmart wouldn't be bad if like Walmart could be fixed if they just added, basic customer service.
Yeah. But
people just be there. People just be mean.
We know Walmart is racist. That's why I said I'd rather use Frank Lucas' drug reference. But listen, he sold Blue Magic for a fraction of the cost of the normal heroin street dope back at the time. That's why Blue Magic made it, and he had it shipped over here using military planes versus he actually used the law to move his drugs. He went above the police and went straight to the military because his cousin was in the army. He used his cousin to fly the dope from what is it? Wherever they got it from.
Yeah, wherever they got it from.
No, I said Indonesia. I meant to say Vietnam.
Yeah, Vietnam, Thailand. One of y'all. I apologize. I think
from the poppy fields of Vietnam. His cousin went over there. It was already stationed over there. Packed the plane up in those in the coffins of the dead soldiers, flew it in there, passed it over to Frank Lewis, kicked his cousin off some money. And he was able to sell Blue Magic on the streets for a fraction of the cost that the mob gangsters were selling it. And that's why they almost put the mob out of business selling drugs. And I'm just saying they need to take the approach, gaming developers need to take the approach, the volume approach. Sell your game at a lower price, which entices people to buy it. And more people they're not gonna miss $25, $30 like they're gonna miss $100. And then they're still gonna complain about your game even if it's $20. Because something about the game
it's gonna be a much different fervor in that criticism.
But they're not gonna go as hard trying to get clicks and views, monetizing their content video off of trashing your game. Right? They're gonna play your game that they spent $25 on. They're gonna love it / hate it, but they're gonna keep playing it because hey, I only spent $25 on this game. These things that suck about it don't hit as hard as if they spent $100 on it, and these things that suck about it. Because both games at $25 and $100 are gonna have their things that suck about them, that irritates you as a gamer. That you feel this game is trash. Like that you're going to say that about this game is trash because, but it's not, you're still going to sell copies at $25, $30 versus $100 base price. And don't give us an ultimate edition. I'm scared of that price.
Yeah.
If the base price is $100, then the deluxe ultimate Game Pass edition is going to be $150, $200. A PlayStation 5 controller is already $200.
Yeah, that, and then the Pro controller,
the DualSense Edge controller, where you can detach the analog sticks and just detach them like they're plug-in, plug-out analog sticks. That controller is $199 brand new, $149 used at GameStop because it's DualSense Edge, the top of the line, state of the art PS5 controller. And then the one that's not dual edge is $70, $69 for a PlayStation 5 controller. God forbid you got controller drift. One controller. God forbid you got controller drift like me. I just ordered some stuff off the Wish app, $5, PlayStation controller parts for $5, and had it free delivered, shipped to me this morning. And I was taking my PlayStation 5 controller apart and put the new stuff in the internal parts. I bought some internal parts, unplugged everything from the inside from the motherboard, reconnected the new stuff. Now I ain't got controller drift no more. I was dealing with controller drift for my PS5 for like the last 6 months. Finally, I got
it. You shouldn't have no drift for no $70.
I shouldn't have no drift for $70, but if you're putting cheap motherboard parts inside the controller, then you didn't spend that much money on the development of this controller. So why are you charging it $70? So the concept here is greed, corporate greed. Inflation is an excuse to be greedy. I'm greedy. I want all your money. You want to play my game? This is back to the Frank Lucas reference. You want to get high? You got to pay to me. You want to play the game? You got to pay to me. That's just what this is. Video game is no different than crack. It's your vice. It's your escape. It's your vice. It's what you do to escape the world. You're either going to drink, smoke, get high, or play video games. All of them are vices. This is a vice. Gaming is a vice. It is a drug. It's just not a drug that you ingest that harms your body like a actual pill or some marijuana or some alcohol or some hard street drugs like Xanax or some fentanyl. It's still in the category of the vice that you use to escape reality. Why do people get high? Because they want to escape reality. They're depressed. They're stressed. They feel like by drinking, smoking, or taking these drugs, I'm going to feel better about my circumstances. So people who don't do drugs, don't drink, don't smoke, don't do none of that stuff, they still are addicted to something. What are they addicted to? Gambling.
Yeah, right? It might be Netflix, it might be reality TV, but it's something, but as long as they make sure they keep it in check and it's a decompression and they're not hooked on it, they'll be fine. But this whole thing, there are people that are out here spending their rent money on these games, but I don't think there's going to be enough for them to supply these publishers with what they really want.
So I say this to the companies, not the devs, but the companies, because the devs have to listen to the big boss man.
Yeah.
Stop having these business meetings and deciding that, hey, if we put the celebrity face and voice in the game, using Cyberpunk, for example, y'all got Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba in the game. So you got to pay Keanu Reeves and you got to pay Idris Elba for Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk didn't make the money back that it was justified. We didn't ask you.
Well, Cyberpunk wasn't finished when they released it.
It was unfinished, and it's still not finished. Cyberpunk,
you know what? I think
2 years, it's still not finished.
Well, I got an idea. I'll save it for my final thoughts, but continue.
All I was saying was using those two, for example, Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu Reeves. I love Idris Elba. I like watching their movies. Mm-hmm. I like the fact that Idris Elba is the voice of Knuckles for Sonic 3. I'm going to watch Sonic 3, even if I don't watch it with my kids. Grown as I am, I'm going to watch Sonic 3 because I grew up on Sonic. I'm not watching it because Idris Elba is the voice. I'm not watching it because Keanu Reeves is the voice of Shadow. That's not why I'm watching Sonic 3. I'm watching Sonic 3 because it's Sonic.
Thank you. Now, it's cool they're in it, but it's Sonic.
It's cool. You could have got any Jim Carrey. I'm happy for Jim Carrey keeping his acting chops and staying relevant in the acting world. Not shading Jim Carrey at all, but anybody could have been Dr. Robotnik.
Anybody funny and crazy could have been Robotnik.
Anybody could have been Shadow. Anybody could have been Knuckles. I don't care that they're the voice. I'm happy for these guys. They got the script. They got the opportunity. They got the money. Cool. Fine. I would have watched it had neither of them been in this movie because I grew up on Sonic. It's not about the celebrity person behind it. It's about the image that you already gave me initially. The character, Sonic. Mm-hmm. Street Fighter, Ken and Ryu. Street Fighter, the logo. Tekken. Not because of whoever you got to play the voice in these characters. No, I don't care about the voice actors. I don't care. What I care about is Leroy in the game? Leroy don't have to talk. Leroy just needs to get in fight stance and beat people up. That's all I care about. I just want to play with Leroy. I just want to play with Rashid in Street Fighter 6. And any game, whatever I'm playing, whatever game, like Kratos. Okay, I just downloaded a free copy of God of War Ragnarok. It's finally free. Ragnarok's been out for a year. It's finally free. I don't care who the voice of God of War is, of Kratos. Long as you got the pale skinned dude with the red tattoos, bald heads, hacking and slashing, that's all I care about. I'll cut the volume down and listen to my rap music while I'm playing games. So I'm not even listening to these people talk. When I play my video games, I have the game volume down or muted, and the characters running around in silence, but I got rap music playing in the background. And the only thing I have is the sound effects of the hacking and slashing, the punches and the kicks, the gunshots, the cars, whatever game I'm playing. I don't care about who you got the voice, who you got the likeness of, right? And the music that you put in there. We've got such and such music in the game. I'm still going to cut it off and listen to my own Spotify music while I'm playing your game. I don't want to hear your game music. I'm happy for you that you put it there. But and I'll listen to it initially when I first play it, but I like listening to my own playlist when I play video games. I got rap, I got R&B, I got a lot of reggae, a ton of reggae dancehall music because I'm a Rasta person. I love my reggae dancehall music. I like reggae rap, reggae singing. I just like Jamaican island, Caribbean music. I love that sound. I'm eclectic like that. I listen to rap. I'm a rapper myself, but I still like other genres. I love island music where they got that accent and they rapping and they chanting and they singing. I love that. Give me some Buju Banton, Capleton all day long, right? I love when Busta Rhymes, because he's from Jamaica. I love when Busta Rhymes raps in his Jamaican accent. That is so dope to me, right? I'll listen to my own playlist when I'm gaming. So you don't have to spend so much money on these celebrities and these actors and rappers. Or if you're just gonna do it, stop paying them so much. If they're charging you this much, hey man, you want to put my song in your game? I want 100,000. Okay, all right, brother. Are you too rich for my blood?
That's why these people with these small dev teams be like just getting they boys or they best friend or they female cousin to come in.
Some of them are a lot better than the celebrity anyway.
Yeah.
There's so much untapped talent out here who just didn't make it to sell platinum, to get the Grammy, to whatever reason that they're famous. There's a lot, myself included. I make beats. I make dope rap music. No, I'm not famous, and no, I didn't go platinum or perform on BET stage. But I'm still just as good as any of the rappers that y'all listen to, mumble rappers that y'all like. I got old music that I go back to since like, yo, I did that. That was dope. I listen to some of my own music in my playlist when I'm gaming because I'm dope. I'm a dope conscious rapper. I rap, I write, I make beats. Not anymore. But I still got an old catalog of my own music. I even sent you, NERDSoul, a lot of my beats. You still use some of my beats on a lot of your stuff. I ain't even part of the show. You probably ain't talked to me in months, but you still got a handful of my instrumentals. And that's how dope it is. You're using my instrumentals, and a lot of your videos ain't got nothing to do with gaming. You're talking about some comic book stuff, some TV show. You got the other people on there that you, the other guys and girls that you co-host with. Y'all talking about something completely ain't got nothing to do with me, but you got my music playing in the background because that's how dope it is. It's a dope sound to have a conversation over. You see what I'm saying? And I ain't charge you a dime, nor do you owe me any money, and nor you're not gonna get a copyright from YouTube because that beat that I gave you is not registered onto the internet in such a way that it would flag your video. You can just play my song in the background freely and do your content and log off. And I'm gonna talk to you for months. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You don't have to pay
Yeah,
Grammy
this
Award-winning
like
rapper and singer, when you can just tap into some of this untapped talent. You got freelance artists, you got freelance writers, you got freelance people who make music. Stop. Just reach out to us. Reach out to the community that you're selling to. A lot of us have talent. We can draw the character for you. We can graphic design the character for you. We can give you the song, the dope music for you. Promote us, and you can lowball us because we're not the Grammy Award winner rapper. Just give us $500, $1,000, and you ain't gotta justify selling your game for $100.
You could probably pay. There's so much talent on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. I know they get a bad rap, but there's tons of talent on there, and I'm sure you could approach some lady that's been making beats for the longest, right? And you can pay her, say, $10,000, and she'd be just as happy as when you pay, I don't know, French Montana $800,000. You know what I'm saying? It's like.
A lot of us just want to be heard or seen. Those of us who are not famous and made it big. Grab some of us, like the guy who can draw anything, anybody, anywhere. They can draw a dope character for you. Give that guy or girl some money or some residuals, however y'all work that out, and it'll be significantly less, considerably less than Snoop Dogg, than Arnold Schwarzenegger, than Megan Fox, than Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba. You will not have to pay $50,000 to somebody who's got maybe 1,000 subs, 1,000 subscribers, 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, and they just putting out their art because they just want the world to see their art. And you can turn their art into a video game character or a likeness or whatever, and you can just give them some money or give them some residuals, 5%, 2%, whatever. Y'all work it out, and they'll be, hey, y'all, check me out. They took my drawing.
Yeah, I did all the characters for XYZ game.
And that person will love you as a gaming company. They will love you. It's not, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm just saying a lot of these celebrities are already rich. You don't have to keep putting money in their pocket. Trust me, they're gonna make their money somewhere else.
And that's another way that money stays circulated at the top as well.
Yeah, you just keep it. You just go into the top people. Like if somebody's been rapping for 30 years and they got legendary status in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they've already made their generational wealth. Their grandkids are spending some of that money. You do not have to call them to put them in the game. Okay, we get it. We still listen to their music. I'm still watching some of their old movies like reruns. I'm still loving these actors, rappers, singers, and celebrities myself. But for the thing that I like them for, the movie that they were in, TV show, the song that they're in, the commercial that they did, the Super Bowl ad, whatever. I still like these people, but they don't have to be in every aspect of my life. I'm okay with not seeing them in my video game. I'm okay with it. Trust me, I'm okay with it. I don't need you to put the celebrity in the game to sell it. You could have sold me your game by itself in its own generic likeness, whatever you designed, and I still would have spent the $40-$50 for it without putting Arnold Schwarzenegger in it, without putting Idris Elba and Keanu Reeves in it. I still would have bought your game had you not put them in the game. I'm just telling y'all, if y'all come across this video, you're not a gaming developer. There's one to be clear here. I'm not talking to the devs. You guys just design characters and make characters and stuff. This isn't for y'all. This is for the people who y'all answer to, the investors, the owners, right? The owners are disconnected from the society and the community. The owners don't game. They don't draw. They don't make music. They just have money to invest. Okay, if you listening to this video, you the investor, you the big money person that wants to invest in the game yourself, stop what you're doing. Stop assuming that I want the celebrity likeness voiceover in the game. You can get anybody off the street, Joe Blow, Jane Doe, to voice the character, and as long as they can read and enunciate and have some emotion behind them when they speak, that's good enough. They don't have to have had an Oscar award in acting.
Yeah, they don't need an EGOT for them being in your game.
I don't need that. I need you to make sure this video game character moves when I tell it to move. I need the fireball to come out when I tell the fireball to come out. When I tell the gun to shoot, I want the bullet to come out. When I tell the car to drive, I want the car to drive. Whatever the mechanics is of the game, I want the game to function. That's all I want you to do, is give me a functioning game with functioning internet. That's it. That's all. That's it. You don't have to do nothing else. You can give me some music. I may like it. I may not like it. I don't care, because I got my own doggone music. I got my own Spotify, Pandora playlist that I'm listening to in the background while I'm playing my game. So if your music sucks in your game, I'm still gonna play it. I'm still gonna play it. I don't care. I just want the game to work. Just make a dope game. Stop assuming that I want this exuberant other stuff that's just cosmetics at the end of the day. It's just cosmetics. It's not helping the game play better. It's not making me better. It's just cosmetics. It's just something to look at. And then you got to justify overcharging me, inflating your prices to recoup the money you spent and paying all these other people who themselves don't even play your game. Because most of these voice actors and likeness actors are not playing your game. They don't have time. They're working.
And they ain't even promoting the game.
They're not even promoting the game. They're just in it. They're just in the game. Their face, their voice, their song. They're not playing the game. And you're going to give these people 50,000, 60,000, 10,000, 12,000, 100,000. Hey, we got MC such and such is going to be a secret character to play. And MC such and such ain't even playing it. How do you feel as a company that you've just given this person all this money to be in your game and they're not even promoting it or playing it? We're playing it. So you're going to charge me $100. That's what all this passion that I got in my voice about. That's what this is about. Y'all are disconnected. You need to reconnect with the community that you're selling to. Listen to us. We're telling you what we want and don't want. When we say this game is trash, when you hear that phrase, pay attention to that, because they've already purchased a copy of it. They can't say the game trash if they don't have a copy of it. They can't just look at some clips and say that the game is trash because of what it sees. They got to play it to see that it's trash, right? And what's trash about it? Fix that. This character is OP. Okay, well, what's OP about the character? Why is it that even the pro players are struggling beating this said character?
Yeah, well, and then you got smaller companies, like you got, all right, the FGC got a new game called Corrupt, right? Corrupt came out and people were saying, hey, we want this, we want that. And if you look up on Steam right now, Corrupt, their dev team has been fixing everything that, you know, everyone's complaining for, and they made them pay to get no DLC upgrade. Now, if a small little publisher like that can do it, why can't NRS? Why can't WB Games? Why can't, you know, any of these other, you know, Bethesda or whatever? Not saying that they're not doing it right now, but why can't they just do that and just fix it? Instead, they're like, nah, you know what? What you really need is Conan the Barbarian. It's like, no, I need you to fix this part of the game. It's like, nah, what you really need is this special voice actress. It's like,
what you really need is Megan Fox to be the vampire lady. We didn't ask you for this. Who asked for this?
Anyway, look, I know we've been on a bender for a second, but I'm gonna throw it over. Final thoughts, and then where can they find you?
Final thoughts is everything I said in a nutshell. Listen to the community that you're selling to. Know your audience, right? Not everybody's going to buy your game no matter what you do. And you should know that as a business person. As a business person who has a business mind, you know this before me saying it. You know that not everybody's going to like your product no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. But the people who have purchased your product, because you're looking at your sales numbers, you see that they're purchasing. And if you read the comments, a person can't comment on something that they don't have, right? They can't give a long-winded, like you see they got these long books they write, how they feel about something, and it's like 17 paragraphs. Nobody can write 17 paragraphs on something that they haven't played. Read all 17 of them paragraphs. Stop stopping at paragraph number 2 because you're feeling like this person's wrote a book, they're just hating. No, they're not just hating. They have a legitimate gripe in there somewhere. And out of 17 paragraphs, paragraph number 11 is probably the one that's got the gripe in it, and you need to read that paragraph.
Yeah, because yes, there will be some anger in those 17 paragraphs, but when you weed out, you're like, oh, there's 3 relevant arguments in here that actually should be addressed.
Address it, and you'll probably see a similar gripe in the other comments who don't have 17. Maybe they got a couple of sentences. A lot of these gripes are echoed from other people, not just one person. You got 100 people saying the same thing, and you've ignored all 100 of those people and gave them Conan the Barbarian. I mean, come on. All I'm saying is, final thoughts. Listen to the community. We're telling you what we want and don't want, and you're still not giving it to us. And you're giving us things we didn't ask for, and you're charging us for it. And that's gonna make your game go belly up. I'm gonna not buy the game on the strength of the fact that it's $100. Even if it's a game I've been anticipating to come out. If you charge me $100, I'm not buying it on sale. That is my protest as a game. I am protesting by not purchasing your game. And then y'all gonna be in debt and y'all gonna owe all these people this money that you shouldn't have paid in the first place. I'm Open Mind, spell it with a Y, on Blue Sky. And Open Mind 82, spell it with a Y, on YouTube. I no longer have Twitter. I no longer have no other social media other than those 2 I just mentioned.
Open Mind, no IG either?
I got rid of IG. I got rid of Threads. I got rid of Twitter. Because I am 2025. I'm standing on my principles. I'm standing on business. When it comes to, look at what we're dealing with in this new election.
Yeah, that's true.
Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are backing the deportation of Mexicans, and they just today. Well, today the video will be out after we do record it. But so I'll say just the other day, those who listen to the video now, just the other day, Trump just put out an executive order to stop all federal grant money. Now my daughter, who's 19, can't finish her semester in college because she was on a Pell Grant. Her money just stopped. So she can't finish college. That just affected my family.
So that's how because it's hard to follow along because dude did like 400 executive orders. Like, so it's hard to follow along every single. So that I guess that's how he gonna save money. I mean, I guess you can save money if you don't spend none. I guess.
But here's the thing: he just affected my daughter's college. She graduated high school. She's headed to college. They just shut the money down. Now she can't finish. Now she can't go to the spring. So
now there's a whole bunch of people in a holding pattern.
And now she's got to regroup and figure out what she wants to do with her life. She was talking about culinary school and other options, but she really wanted to go to college for engineering. Well, the Pell Grant money she got approved for her Pell Grant, but as soon as she got approved, Trump backed it out. So now it's the halt on money. She can't go to school. College is going to suffer. My child is direct victim of Donald Trump's policies. And Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg backed Trump. So I backed out of their apps. That's why. I'm not just doing it because it's a trend. Yeah. Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg are backing a person who just affected my family. Y'all don't care about me. So I deleted their apps out of my device so that they can extract my data and make money, because they're extracting data from your app, even if you're from your device, even if you're not logging into their app. You don't have to log in. You can even deactivate your account. If the app is still sitting in your device, they're extracting your data and they're selling it. That's why you get the robocalls. So I just deleted the app completely out of my phone. I have no Facebook. I have no Twitter anymore. And I just recently deleted IG and Threads. I only have Blue Sky and YouTube. And
so man, there you go. Y'all better go on Blue Sky and holler at them.
Yes, Blue Sky is the ex-Twitter owner. What's his name? Jack Dorsey?
Jack Dorsey.
Was the creator of Blue Sky, the original who sold Twitter to Elon Musk. And Blue Sky is just Twitter all over again. It's just Twitter without the toxicity.
Well, it's also Twitter without like a million ads where it'd be like, bruh, I understand you got to put an ad, but like, why is there an ad every time? Like every time I scroll, I'm getting more ads than people.
You have so much control over your algorithm on Blue Sky that the algorithm literally asks you, what do you want to look at? It gives you options. What do you want on your feed? And it gives you options. You can click on. So my options are FGC, gaming, science, and there's a tab called Discovery, which is just the general.
Yeah, like the algorithm kind of decides what you see.
Right. But that's based off who you're following. So whoever you're following, you're going to see what they're posting. So if I follow you and you follow me, my stuff's going to be on your feed, your stuff's going to be on my feed. But I can switch off. I can completely remove everybody I'm following. Just look at stuff on science, stuff on gaming, stuff on FGC related stuff. Like you can put FGC, fighting game community, and it'll show you all types of fighting games. Everybody griping and saying this game is trash, blah, blah, blah. Same everything you saw on Twitter, it's on Blue Sky.
It's still there.
It's still there. It's just not as toxic.
It's like FGC, we still here. We still hate these games.
Yeah,
ain't you playing it? Right. Aren't you playing it for hours every day? Yep, I still hate it. It's like, hold up.
So I'm kind of out. Like I said, I got rid of my Twitter.
I hate squash. I don't eat it for every meal. I never buy it. I don't eat it. I don't cook it. But people be like, I hate this game. Yo, you've been grinding on this joint for like 3-4 hours today. I still hate it.
Right. So that's
play something else, man. There's tons of games.
And my YouTube has been kind of dry because I've been I just started a new job and I was training for that new job like the last 6 weeks. I got my CDL and I'm driving now. So that's why I haven't been on my YouTube channel. Anybody that's already following me know who I am. I know I got fans. I know I got subscribers and supporters. Just talking to y'all. Why has my YouTube channel been so dry? Because I have been in school. And I finally finished school. My graduation is Thursday. Even though I'm already working, they're going to have a graduation ceremony for us Thursday, January 30th. And, you know, that's to honor us for graduating CDL class. We got the job already. It's just that we've been working up until graduation. So I got the good job. You know, everything that I was trying to accomplish last year, like at the end of the year, going to the new year, I've accomplished those goals. Now I can just my financial situation is significantly better than it was last year. And going forward, I don't have a job anymore. I have a career now. Right. I got that CDL license. I got it in my hand. Like I said, it was grueling. It wasn't easy, but I got through it. And that's my college degree. You know, so I've been in school for the last 2 months. 8 weeks of that. 8 weeks of schooling. I just didn't have time. I was gaming, but I would play a game for like an hour and go to sleep. I was so tired. I had to get up in the morning, 5-6 o'clock in the morning, and I just didn't have time to game and make content. But now that I got a little bit of a work schedule, a steady schedule, just a regular work schedule, I go to work, come home now. I can start back doing some content now. I got a lot of games I downloaded. I just haven't touched yet. I God of War Ragnarok, Atlas Has Fallen, Forsaken. Of course, I ain't doing no more Tekken content. I'm done with Tekken. And then whenever Core Up comes out for the PS5, I'm definitely gonna be making Core Up content. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be back making more content on my YouTube channel, probably sometime in the month of February, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So my YouTube channel ain't gonna be dry no more like it was. I had a legitimate reason. I've been focusing on my real life, getting my financial stuff together, get my lifestyle together. And now that I went into 2025 with way better situation than I was last year. So now that things are going good for me, I can kind of sit back and focus and have a little fun now. Because I was stressed out for the last 3 months.
All right, so that's what's up. That's
it for me, y'all.
All right, final thoughts on my end. Yo, man, it's always like Open Mind said, it's about the people. It's about the people. Stay connected to the people. So with that said, yo, shouts to Legendary Drops, man. I'm feeling him on this particular pot. Now, in this case, I don't know everything about Legendary Drops. So if Legendary Drops did something crazy back in 2009, don't be coming on my channel talking about, oh, you down with him and he did this. I don't know. I just saw this one video, y'all. I don't know. But on this, I'm feeling where he at. So with that said, I hope you had a good time. And until next time, NERDSoul, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz, plus Blue Sky. And until the next time, this is us telling you, peace.
Peace.